Well, make it 3 straight losses for the Montana Grizzlies as they fell to Weber State 24-21 here in Ogden, Utah on Saturday. There's plenty to clean up for Montana if they hope to make the playoffs with 3 games remaining on their regular season schedule.
You know, we're in a rough spot. We've lost 3 in a row. Certainly not where we want to be. But, you know, I look at it academically where we've just lost in heartbreaking fashion twice on the road to top 5 teams in the nation. So we have to remain confident. We have a good football team.
Ugly would be one word to describe Saturday's game between Montana and Weber State. In a defensive slugfest, the two teams couldn't get much going on offense throughout the game. The Grizz were without starter Lucas Johnson, so Chris Brown took the reins under center. But the UM offense only racked up 114 yards total on that side of the ball.
Well, it wasn't good enough. We didn't generate enough yards. We didn't generate enough first downs. I thought we were close on a lot of stuff, but they got the best of us.
The Grizz offense doesn't take many deep shots down the field, and on Saturday, those scenarios were even less, with Houck saying the play calling and Brown both were some of the reasoning behind that, but that if opportunities presented themselves, he'd like to see it attempted.
It's both. I mean, that doesn't, just because we're throwing it underneath doesn't mean it's there's not a route over the top. And almost every route combination, there's an over-the-top phase to it. So whether the ball could go there or not, hard to tell right now.
Houck also addressed whether they'd consider bringing in backup quarterback Daniel Britt after Brown and the offense continue to struggle.
We had stuff all week, but, you know, we're in a game like that where, you know, we feel like we're close and we're doing some stuff. We just can't sustain it. You know, there's a reason why guys are where they are on the depth chart. You know, it's a tight game. There's a lot of leeway to experiment in a game like that.
Montana's defense lost Patrick O'Connell in the first quarter to an ankle injury, and he did not return the rest of the way. The Grizz defense were up to their usual standards, but Weber State found success on 2 big scoring plays in the game. Down the stretch, the Wildcats also had success running the ball against the Grizz late in the fourth quarter, including a 3rd-and-long run that extended a drive that Weber State eventually turned into a score, and a 4th-down conversion on the final drive that sealed the game.
Yeah, I think they just had more push than us, you know. We get the stop immediately, but, you know, the line's coming in pushing. We just got to do a better job, you know, of critical down situations, understanding what they wanted to do. We should have known they was going to run the ball, you know, and just really buckle down and get that stop, but, you know, play on.
At 5-3 overall with 3 games remaining, the playoffs are still in sight for Montana, a possibility the team knows is there.
So before the season, that was one of my main goals, was the national championship, and as of right now, it hasn't changed, so it's still possible. So obviously that's what we're going for. We can't drop another game, though. Very important.
I mean, this is one of my favorite teams I've been on, and I believe in these guys, and, you know, this is a tough situation, but we just keep pushing and take it one game at a time, and approach doesn't change, like I said.
We've kind of put ourselves in a must-win situation this week, which is fine. It's a must-win.
The Grizzlies' next opponent is Cal Poly in Missoula next Saturday as they look to right the ship and snap this 3-game losing skid. Reporting in Ogden, Utah, Kyle Hansen, MTN Sports.